guys, welcome back to my channel. Illumicrate's here. Yay. I will apologize now because I've been feeling really under the weather like all week, and I feel like it's got progressively worse as it's gone on, which you may or may not be able to tell over the videos that I've done. But so I'm gonna do this and I'm probably gonna go to bed. So this month's theme is Ride or Die. They've put the card on top for once, which is kind of cool. I can already see we've got yet another mug, but we'll see. Let's get rid of that. You get this out first. We have another makeup bag. This looks quite nice. It's got a clock under it, on it. So I'm wondering if this is based off of the book that I've just read, which was The Last Hour Between Worlds, but we'll see. It could equally be something else, but it'd be super cool if it was. Oh, we got some loose bookmarks. I don't recognize these characters. I'm either going to really kick myself, so just for a little bit longer, because people complained last time that I didn't hold it up too long. And then we've got these bookmarks. I don't recognize the characters. I'm either going to kick myself later or it's not something that I've read. But this is quite nice artwork. I'm going to put that there. And then we have the Cut and Crave mug designed by Rosie Thorns 88. I don't think this is going to be a mug that I'm going to particularly like. Not that I can get into it. Okay, here we go. Hair on my eyes. I don't recognize the characters, but that being said, oh, it could be. No, I don't think this is Darker by 4. It could be. No, I don't think it is. There we go. It's the mug. Not a huge fan of it because I've got loads of mugs, so I don't really feel like I need another one. So I'm either gonna probably put that on eBay or give it to charity. And then we've got, ooh, let's get the book out first. We have a 2025 desk calendar. Let's get that out. Oh, this actually feels super well made. So it's artwork by Whole Art _. There we go. Well, let's have a look. I'm gonna like not recognize any of these, I feel like. Oh, it's got the book on there. From here you can see every possibility. Makani Yamamoto, Hamajang Luck. So that's January. February, I think we've got Darker Shade of Magic, from what I can read on the bottom there. Yep. Ooh. March is Legends and Lattes. Oh, I love the Ratkins. He's so cute. I love that book so much. And if you're like a D&D fan or a cozy fantasy fan, I highly recommend. This is obviously a Tempest of Tea. Yes, it is. It's arty. And I forget his name, but loved Tempest of Tea. I can't wait for the sequel. And this, I don't recognize this one. The Falconer. I love the artwork on all of these though. And then I don't recognize this one either. A Master of Jin. Ta-da! For June. I'm really hoping November's got one that I recognize. Oh, this has got to be Feybound, right? Yes. Feybound. And then I don't know this one. Oh, the Dragon Republic. Oh gosh. September is Darkest Mercy. God, come on. It's a bit stuck. And October is Bride. We've left the kit. Looks like my own fluffy bug who's behind me somewhere on my bed. November is the last hour between worlds, and I know this because they look like the artwork is spot on for the book. I've literally just finished it. I love it. That's cool. I'm glad my birthday month is something I recognize. And then, oh, this has got to be Emily Wilde and her doggy. Is it? Yes, Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies. Yay! Oh, this is a really nice calendar. Like, I do need a desk calendar for work, but this feels too nice to take to work. Okay. And now we're on to the book. So let's struggle to get this out. Oh, that went so smooth this time. Amazing. I'm seeing a lot of foiling and colours that I like. Okay. Oh, Hammer-Jang Luck by Mikana Yamamoto. So that's why I didn't recognize the characters, because I haven't read it, but I'm about to. Look at this. I love the foiling. I love the colours, like the blue to lilac and pink. I love that. And the rainbow foiling. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. And on the back it says 8 misfits, 2 X's, 1 last heist. Oh my god, I love a heist. Oh, look. It looks better on camera. Or is that just the angle? No, it looks better on camera for me. And then this is the back. Oh, I love the foiling. Ooh. Oh my gosh. I like the edges. Look at this. I know they're pretty basic, but I love like the ombre with the patterns. I know I've complained about just plain ombre before, but then they've done this as well. They've like made the top and the bottoms also ombre. So I'm gonna like, we start off like that and spin it around. I like that. That's nice. All right, let's see what else we got. Okay, we've got lots of foiling on the naked hardback. I feel like this is probably more of a sci-fi heist than a fantasy one, so we'll give it a go. We'll see. My experience of sci-fi books have not been great in the past. I love the foiling. Oh my god. All right. And the reason why I say sci-fi is also because I saw this as well. We got character art, but I like that they've given you the names, because sometimes you kind of just have to guess. Okay, I'm really loving the colours of this book and the foiling. I have heard nothing about this, which is pretty cool. Wait, is this hand signed? Oh my god, it is. All right, I'm going to put that on in a second, because we seem to be getting a lot of printed digitally, and we've got hand signed. Okay, no. Oh my goodness. All right, let's get the dust jacket back on, because I don't want to damage it by having it loose. So let's find out. Hammer-Jang. Adjective. Definition: in a disorderly or chaotic state, messed up, chiefly in predictive use, especially in all Hammer-Jang. Etymology: a borrowing from Hawaiian pidgin. Source: Oxford English Dictionary. Okay. Eddie is done with crime. 8 years behind bars changes a person. Costs him too much time with too many of the people who need them most. And it's all Angel's fault. She sold Eddie out in what should have been the greatest moment of their lives. Instead, Eddie was shipped off to the icy prison. I feel like this is Edie and not Eddie. Could be either. Was shipped off to the icy prison planet, spanning far below the soaring sky bridges and neon catacombs of Kelper Space Station of home, to spend the best part of a decade alone. But then a chance for early parole appears out of nowhere, and Eddie steps into the pallid sunlight to find none other than Angel waiting, and she has an offer. One last job, one last deal, one last target. The trillionaire tech god they failed to bring down last time. There's just one thing Eddie needs to do: trust Angel again, which also happens to be the last thing Eddie wants to do. What could possibly go all Hammer-Jang about this plan? Ocean's 8 meets Blade Runner in this trailblazing debut science fiction novel and swashbuckling love letter to Hawaii about being forced to find a new home and striving to build a better one. Unmissable for fans of Gideon the Ninth by Tamsin Muir and Six of Crows by Lee Bardugo. Okay, let's find out about the author. Makana Yamamoto was born on the island of Maui, split in her time between the mainland and Hawaii. They grew up on beaches and in snowbanks. Always a scientist at heart, Makana fell in love with sci-fi as a teen. A writer from childhood fiction became the perfect medium for them to explore their interests as well as reconnect with their culture, coalescing into a passion for diverse sci-fi. They currently live on the East Coast with their wife and 2 cats. Can't go wrong with cats, unless they keep you up late at night. Do we have a letter? We don't have an Illumicrate tailored letter, but we have an author's note. So, but I feel like that's in every book. I'll read it anyway. Hammerjang Luck was born of 3 things: my love of science fiction, my fondness for heist movies, and my journey of rediscovery and reconnection to my family and culture. I'm a nerd from birth. Some of my first words were quoting the opening of A New Hope. Imagine, if you will, a tiny voice saying "a long time ago." But of all the many weird and wonderful subgenres of sci-fi, cyberpunk is my favourite. Not just for the cool cyborgs and flashy aesthetics, but for the themes of technology and the body, capitalism, dystopia, humanity, and personhood. Hammerjang Luck has become disturbingly lifelike in the time since I first wrote it. The fantasy resides in a group of scrappy working-class thieves taking down the trillionaire tech gods running the galaxy, in line with some of my heist movie favourites. What could make these heist classics better? Lesbianism, I say. Lesbianism. So it was central to my concept of Hammerjang Luck. I lovingly referred to the book as Heist Lesbians as I wrote it. It was one of the many ways the story became so personal for me. Hammerjang Luck was originally conceived as a fairly conventional sci-fi with a vaguely American culture and an ethically ambiguous population. But then I wrote the first lines of dialogue for Sai. He spontaneously spoke in Hawaiian Pidgin. I was so surprised, but when I tried to write it again in standard English, it felt wrong. My characters were Hawaiian, and it was important that their culture was represented on page. From there, I built a world based on far-flung future. Try saying that 5 times fast. That scattered the Hawaiian diaspora to the stars, displaced not just from our Aina, but from the earth itself. Hammerjang Luck is about the ordinary or extraordinary lives of the people living in this reality, eking out an existence whilst keeping the culture alive, just like me and just like my family. Family and lineage is so important in Hawaiian culture, tracing back our ties from child to parent and ancestor, and eventually to the land itself. Family is similarly important in Hammerjang Luck. I modelled my character after my own family, an extended web of uncles, aunties, cousins, nephews, nieces, and people I don't even remember how I'm related to. But when we're all packed in my grandma's house, sharing inu and pupus, and talking story with family, I left the islands to go to college, returning a few times a year to visit. At first, I was worried I would feel like a stranger, but my family was always so happy to see me, it was impossible not to feel at home. I've got hair in my mouth. I've just lost where I was. There it is. Writing this book has brought me closer, not to just my identity as a lesbian and my heritage as a Hawaiian, but my family and community as well. One person I reconnected to in particular is my younger brother, John, which may seem paradoxical because he passed away in January of 2021. I wrote the majority of Hammerjang Luck grieving his passing. I say grieving, but rather I was repressing everything I could, but my grief came out on the page. So is it Edie? I think it's Edie. Edie and Andy's closeness and fondness is something I remember from my youth, with John and something I desperately wished for in the last years of his life. Edie's grief for their father mirrored my own. Returning home to find it a little emptier. Carrying your grief like a hole in your heart. In writing this book, I learned that loss will never go away. but I can honour his memory, carry it with me, and in that way feel a little closer to him. I didn't know all of this at the time. I thought I was writing a funny heist story with a crew of sexy lesbians, but looking back on this journey, I realise now that Hammer Jangluk is firmly rooted in my experience and identity. It's a story about a non-binary lesbian, I'm gonna butcher this, I'm really sorry, a Hapa Hawale Kanaka, a daughter, sister, and cousin. I found a lot of myself in writing this book, and I hope you find some part of yourself in these pages too. Mahalo nui loa ahui ho makana. I've just butchered the Hawaiian in this, and the name, and just everything in general. So, let's find out about the items. Okay, so the mug was designed by Rosie Fawns 88. Honour the No Peak clan with our latest mug featuring artwork inspired by Jade City. The Ride or Die desk calendar artwork by PO at Pole Arts _ designed by Jane Tibbetts at Chatty Nora. The Heart of... I was right! The Heart of Time embroidered pouch designed by Marta at Just Elfit. Keep your trinkets safe in every echo you travel through with our embroidered pouch inspired by the last hour between worlds. The Cabizwater crew bookmarks from the Raven King with our band together to find the Raven King with our latest bookmark set featuring Blue and her Raven Boys from the Raven Cycle, designed by CJ Merwild at Merwild & Co. Dear seat. And our book is a royal hardback and features an exclusive cover variant from the publisher. Full colour design on the case with foil, artwork by Holly Dunn Design, digitally printed edges from the publisher, end paper artwork by Kels Gottschlick, different front and back, and an inbound author letter, and is hand signed by the author. So I'm guessing that author's note was the author letter because I couldn't find an inbound one that said like Dear Illumicrate readers. And the January theme is Fantasy Emporiums. I have a feeling I know what book this is, and I haven't pre-ordered it based on this. Push open this glittering door and step into a shadowed room full of mystery and magic. Our January Illumicrate book is a standalone adult fantasy debut. When the owner of a magical pawn shop arrives one morning to find her father has vanished, the shop ransacked, and their most valuable item missing, she enlists the help of a charming but enigmatic stranger to get everything back. Together they journey through a mystical world, but as they get closer to finding that which they have lost, choices must be made, which could reveal secrets they can never take back. The Illumicrate exclusive edition will be a royal hardback. It features an exclusive redesigned cover by Josie _SMZK, designed by Chatty Nora, full colour printing and foil on the hardback by danlins _art, digitally printed edges by Josie _SMZK, illustrated end papers by Hoang Lap Doan, different front and back, and is digitally signed by the author. Fandoms this month include our book of the month, This Poison Heart, Legends and Lattes, and A Tempest of Tea. 2 of my favourite books are in here. Is a blanket, guys. There's going to be a blanket in the next box. Oh my god. If the blanket's not Legends and Lattes, I'm going to cry. I think my favourite thing from this is the calendar. I do really like the pouch, but I'm using the other one that we got a couple of months ago. Like, it's the same size and everything, which I'm pretty sure was inspired by oh my god, it's just completely gone out of my head, but it's a book that I love. But this is really nice. I think the design of the book and the colours on this are really, really pretty. I can't wait to read it. Like I said, I'm not a huge fan of sci-fi, but I do like heists, so I am excited for this, and hopefully it lives up to like my heist expectations, because the last heist book that I got did not. But yeah, overall an okay box. 2 out of 4 items that I really liked. Obviously not including the book, because the whole point is the book, but the items that come with it. Not sure about the bookmarks, might get rid of them. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, drop a comment below, let me know what you think of the items in this box, what you think of the book without spoilers if you've read it, and I will see you guys for the next one. Bye.